Hey folks, welcome back to E-Man's Emporium. This is the third part of cards bought from Goodwill last weekend. There was 3 bundles of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, 15 bucks piece. With my discount, 25% off. It was at $33. And $35.60 with sales tax. I am not a Yu-Gi-Oh player or collector. I really don't know much about them. What got me on them was they were in the cabinet with the rest of those cards. Looked like a collection. And these 2 bundles had first edition cards on top. So I was like, you know what? And it looked like a decent amount of cards. It's more than the Pokemon cards. I think these are actually 100. The other bundles of Pokemon were about 10 cards short. I have not counted them. I just cut the seams over here so I could open them. Maybe. Goodwill's making darn sure their cards don't go away. There we go. Try to be gentle with them. They are still pieces of cardboard that need to be taken care of. There we go. That's the first one. So I also noticed that, I don't know how well the camera can do with them, but they look like they're in really good condition, mostly. It's like those ones are a little rough right there, but overall, they look like they're in great shape. That's who I was like, okay, you know what? If they're in good condition, which they really are nice. They feel like they're almost packed fresh. Let's give me 1 second. I'm gonna crack both these open. I'll be right back with you. Okay, and we're back. I just want to get them all open without killing too much time on the camera, but again, I played this a little bit back in elementary school, around 2002, when the game was new. I didn't play seriously. I was a kid. I had no idea how this game works. I didn't know all the rules. I just thought big numbers win. But I know that some people do really play this. They're still into it. I don't know anything about the market. I've been wanting to expand a little bit out of Pokemon. This goes back to the Harry Potter cards and the World of Warcraft cards. I'm willing to pick up a little bit of them. Not a ton, just some diversification. It's good, you know? I have like 40,000 Magic cards, something like that. I think it's more like 60. It's absurd. It'll be good to add a few other things to that mix. Back to the last video, like we were saying, the first thing I do is I count them. So I figured I'll just count them a little bit here, nice and slow, let you guys look at them. Take a look, see what we got. Who doesn't like the thrill of opening a pack? I do. I just can't afford to be cracking packs all the time, but it is enjoyable. So what I do is I buy collections. That's how I get the same feeling. But yeah, here we go. And I might stop to comment on some things while I'm doing this, of course, but like Sword Hunter. I remember having this card when I was younger. All these cards are in fantastic condition, but he's a guy with swords who doesn't like swords. So when I get to 50, I'll set them aside in a pile. That way, if I lose count, I know, well, there's 50. And a lot of times I'll give them another quick little double check. This foil over here, I think this is... I vaguely recognize this. LOB, isn't that Legend of Blue Eyes? And it's foil, so this, like... I apologize, like, I remember one thing from back in the past, and that was a key set. So, like, that card might be worth something. I'll put it on top of that 50 card pile to look at again later. They're already straightened out, and like I'll give them a quick double check on the count. Yep, that's 50. Anytime, like, when I'm counting, if I have two cards that kind of, like, stick, or if I feel like I lost count for any reason, I'll do a quick double count. I don't do it every time, but if I have a reason to, I do it. So let me move to the next pile here. Another 50. And then another quick thing you can do, take your two piles and just put them together. Make sure that they're the same. That way you know. And then I'll put that one on top of the other one like this. And like I know I have 100. The next pile I'll do sideways on top of it. So I'll end up with this like stack of cards over on the left or out of the way somewhere. And when I get to 500, I stop adding to it. And I start a new one. Pretty straightforward, right? Let's move these up out of the way a little bit. If you see anything crazy, let me know in the comments, because I don't know much about all these. This part's our tricky. So right here is 50, but this card goes with those. So, because they're the same. So like I'll put these over here. There's my 50. Put that over in the other pile. And just down the bottom. So I want to keep like cards together as best I can. It makes the second round of organizing a lot easier. The second round of organizing is I do them all by year. So they end up in the sets they go together. And if I need to find a card, it's a lot easier. A lot of these cards I just passed are cards I remember from when I was a kid. $39. Same problem. So here's my 50. I put that card over there. This goes with that. So like, I just need one card to replace it. One card to replace it that's different. Of course, I'm going to get all cards that have friends right now. You don't have to do this. I do it because I'm weird. So I want to keep these together, right? There, there's my 50. That way I have my two piles of 100 right now. 200 cards. Not bad. Yeah, I gotta get a like a background for over here because this blue, this very dark blue, is almost black. I'm not sure how well the cards look on them, but if I had a white background, I know they would pop. Make sure you wash your hands when you do this. You are getting oils on the cards. If you're dealing with expensive cards, put on some gloves. I don't know what these are. They're bulk from Goodwill. I doubt they're extremely expensive. Another good practice is to wash your hands in between collections. Like I should be doing that just because they get sweaty, you know. And I'm seeing more first editions in here, so I'm hoping they hold a little more value. There's like a whole stack of them. $82 in this pile. Brings the total to $382. $382. We're getting high up in the video here, but oops, I didn't mean to get rid of that. Let's see, go back to my history here. $0.09 a card. 9 cents per Yu-Gi-Oh card. And that's not bad. It's not the best. I'm aiming for 1 to 2 cents. If I get them for 9, I still have room for profit, but nowhere near as much as I want. You always want to get your cards as cheap as you can, of course, right? But you have to be realistic at some point too. You're not always going to get a Black Lotus for a penny. It's not going to happen. So folks, if you saw anything that you think stands out, let me know in the comments for sure. If you like this type of video, let me know. This is new to me, but I can't do this with the big collections. Definitely not. It does take too long, and you'd be sitting here just watching, counting for nothing. Maybe the other part of the sorting where I'm doing by year and pulling out rares and stuff to list, or just listing, because then I can talk a little more. Counting, it's hard to be like dropping commentary while you're literally counting. Yeah. We'll go from there. You folks take care. I got 1 more of these to make. And that is for, is it Card Fight or Buddy Fight? I can't remember which one I did already. I did Buddy Fight, so it's going to be for Card Fight. Yep. But I think my dog needs a walk in between, so yeah, you folks take care. Happy gaming, and we'll see you soon.